And we are live. Thank you for tuning in this Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, I guess it technically is. It is for us, Eastern Standard Time. I hope you guys are tuning in live. It's Coach Clee. It's your motivational speaker, your empowerment coach, your author, your favorite baker's favorite baker coming at you. We're going to have a little bit of fun today. I'm going to introduce this wonderful guest I got right here to my right, to your left. But first, I got to put some rules out there, all right? Couple rules. This is an interactive live, okay? So if you post a comment, I will do my best to acknowledge them. I'm not going to promise I will, because sometimes I don't catch them, or sometimes I can't always see them, but I will do our best to acknowledge your questions. If not, we'll acknowledge them at the end of this live, all right? Do remember, we might be on a whole nother topic by the time we see your comment, because it's about a 5 to 10 second delay. So understand, by the time that you post it and the time that we see it, 5 to 10 seconds have already gone by, and we'll do our best to adjust, all right? I see Shayla's on. Thank you for tuning in. Please tag, like, and share. I need to know what the energy levels are. I need to know what the energy levels are like. So if you had a good day, I need you to put a 1 in the comment section. Put a 1 in the comment section if you had a good day today. And you know, I don't believe in bad days. I like to categorize them as character building days, because the bad days, you can learn from them. Whatever mistakes or setbacks you had, you can build off of them. You become a better person because of those character building days. That's why I like to classify them. If you had a bad day, aka character building day, I need you to put a 2. Looks like a peace sign. Put a 2 in the comment section if you had a character building day. Put a 2 in the comment section if you had a character building day. And you know, if you had what I had today, because I watched a lot of football, college football started yesterday. The fall season is already upon us. I need you to put a 0 in that chumpy. Looks like right there, big 0. Put a 0 in the comment section if you had an outstanding day. Put a 0 in the comment section if you had an outstanding day. It's kind of like this is a bubble, and you're right there in the middle of the bubble, and nothing can penetrate that thing. I see Jarrell's on. Thank you for tuning in. Please tag, like, and share. I'm going to put a 0 at the end of this live. What are you going to put at the end of the live?
I'm going to go with a 0.
You going to go with a 0 also?
That's
outstanding.
I'm gonna put a 0.
Yeah, I understand. It's a holiday weekend, a lot of things going on. But still, we putting zeros in those things. Wonderful, wonderful. Remember, I will call you, give you a shout out if I can see your name. If I cannot see your name for whatever reason, or you don't get the shout out, please tag your name and where you're from, and Coach Clee will give you that special shout out eventually, all right? I gotta let you know a few things, few housekeeping things real quick. I need you to look at my YouTube page, YouTube Coach Clee. I need you to subscribe to that. You're already on the Facebook page under the same name as Coach Clee. I want you to like that page for me, all right? So go to YouTube, subscribe, Facebook page, like the page. Also, check my website out. It's listed above. It's workwithclee.com. And on that website, you will see my baby right here, you know. March 4th, I had this on the boat too. March 4th is a motivational empowerment book on finding your own breakthrough. Go ahead, that's on the website. And myself, Clarence Stokes, Jason Brown, Herb Thompson wrote No Shade All Light. This is 25 of our favorite quotes and what they mean to us. So it's over 100 quotes in this book with meaning, okay? Those are 2 great books. And also on the website, you'll see the Coach Clee apparel's on there. You can pick and choose. The Raglans are on it. You know fall's coming up. Those Raglans look real good in the fall. Raglans are on there, and your Start Energy drinks are on that website. So we got a lot going on the website, and we have motivational moments on the website too. There's a lot of good, there's pictures of past events. A lot of good things are on the website. I see Jeremy's on. Thank you for tuning in. Small world, but thank you. Thankful that this, oh man, this is bad. I'm sorry. I can't read. My fault. It's far. Small world, but thankful for this man. Glad that you're able to meet him. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. There we go. Real quick, like I already said, check the website out when you can. Couple events coming up. I see Clarence is on. Please tag, like, and share. Thank you for tuning in. On September 14th, the Estamos Unidos of Pennsylvania is having their 17th annual gala. And at this gala, Emery Cook, Vera Cornish, Cheryl Woodruff, and a host of other authors, including myself, will have a meet and greet between the hours of 4 to 5:30 at this event. And at this event, it's going to take care of it's going to be at the Best Western Premiere. It's going to be at 800 East Park Boulevard here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Stick around for the gala too. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to stick around for that also. It's going to be that meet and greet. Again, that's September 14th, and that's the Estados Unidos 17th annual gala. All right? And again, real quick, I got a special... Got to give them a shout out. I still have Spice Grill Caterers. All right, check them out. Their name and address, or not address, and their website is listed above. All right, they do weddings, corporate events, personal chef, private parties, fundraisers, food truck events. Their website is spicegrill.com for Spice Grill Catering. All right, make sure you check him out. He's on here right now. If you have any questions, I see Jamon's on. I see Sang is on. Thank you for tuning in. Please tag, like, and share. Oh, all right. I mean, there's a whole bunch of things going on in the background of this live right now that's throwing me. It's throwing me. But it's, I get mumble mouth all the time. We're just gonna work through it because that's what we do. Some of you march forth. You gotta march right
keep
forth
it going.
through that.
Keep it going.
I mean, I say, hey, y'all can come on in. I mean, you're already live. Let's do it. I have to play. I see Tammy Dykes is on Spice Grill Cater. She knows it. All right, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Please tag, like, and share. I got this wonderful, great guy sitting right next to me. He's in the blue shirt. We just recently, if you saw the pictures of the cruise that I was on this past July, he's in some of the pictures. He's in some of the videos. We had a lot of fun on that cruise. We ate a lot. We swam. We did a whole bunch of things on this cruise. Right now, he's a proud husband. He's a proud father. Potential author, he's a writer, he's a motivational speaker, and he is the owner of G&A Christian Barbershop. His name's Gunzalis Smith. He decided to come to the lab, get your pen and your pad. We're going to have a great time. Gonzalez, I know we don't have an audience here, so I can't ask for a round of applause, but give him some thumbs up. Give him them thumbs up, and wait, and Jamon's on, so he's going to make fun of me, but I don't care. Wait till they give you these hearts. When they give you they look real cute coming in. That's what he's going to make fun of me about, but they look real cute. What did he say? Thanks for the tent and the reminder that I didn't get. Yeah, you're right. I didn't put out the reminder. That's my fault. I didn't. I just came from a game. I've been at football all day long. Already knows where you see. You got to tag, tune in anyway. How you feeling right now?
I'm good.
Good. Are you excited as I am?
Yes, sir.
Good. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm a proud owner of G&A Christian Barbershop, as stated. I've been in business for 21 years. I opened up my business when I was 22, turning 23.
Okay.
We opened up shop 10 days before Christmas.
Wow.
10 days.
Wow. How exciting was that?
Very exciting. Very, very excited. We was busy nonstop. We still been busy. We opened up on faith. And we still striving off of faith. And you know what? We in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
There we go. There we go.
So we had to relocate after 16 years to another position on 12th and Tillman because it was downtown Allentown. So we was
Tillman.
12th and Tillman right on the corner.
Y'all like that.
So, still keeping going, still going forth. Trusting in God, believing in God, and He still provides.
There you go. And I believe I've tagged your barbershop in the header above. So if you have any questions or anything, it's tagged on there. They can reach out. More like, if not, I'm pretty sure if you have any questions, he'll be able to answer those questions if you want to do this during the live, if or not or so. However, like you said, you're in Allentown, Pennsylvania. You gave the address, so make sure that you guys check them out. Absolutely. And before we dive into more further questions, we gotta take a sip of this water. This is Stark alkaline water. How delicious is it? Well, some of you know, some of you may not know. I see Nicole's on. Thank you for tuning in. Please tag, like, and share. How's that water? You took a nice little sip?
Yeah, bro, I was thirsty, though. Let me get some water.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to have no cotton mouth lie, you know what I mean?
Hydrate yourself, I know.
Don't taste like salt water like we was on the cruise. We good.
That's good.
We got background drinking Spark.
I know. Right in our face too. I'm trying not to look, but it doesn't matter. This is gonna be fun because there's so many things going on back here that I can't even explain right now. However, this water it tastes like a fresher version of water to me. I think it's very delicious. I can drink it room temperature and I can drink it ice cold. It's Stark alkaline water. Alkaline helps neutralize the acid in your body, so it takes away, lets your body not be so acidic, and it gives you more energy, more vibrant. It's a healthier version of yourself. Stark alkaline water. Check it out. Like I said, it's on the website, workwithclee.com. It tastes delicious. It's a lot of fun. Check it out. If you shoot me an inbox if you want to get a sample or something like that. However, we're gonna jump right back in this conversation. G&A Christian Barbershop. What gave you the motivation to officially start that 10 days before Christmas too?
Yeah, we used to work for Mr. Clyde Bosket. He is he was the first black barber in Allentown to open up shop. We were underneath his leadership. He was a deacon of the church and everything like that. So he taught us longevity.
Okay.
And we took that with us to promote something that Mr. Clyde had. Longevity, a well-respected atmosphere of the barbershop, and we allow no profanity in the shop. So it's not like the bar. So when you go to the bar or a typical barber shop, you'll still have that feel. But like when we talk about sports and stuff like that, that's when we engage it.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? But as far as like, because it's a Christian barbershop, it's just the atmosphere, it's the values, that the foundation that it has. It's not like all this cussing, all this hanging out, the soliciting, the vulgarity, the disrespect to single mothers that come in and stuff like that. So it's well-rounded. All types of walks of life come in and stuff like that.
Okay.
So we don't push religion. So a lot of people think, oh, Christian barbershop, oh, what you gotta wash your hair with holy water and stuff like that. We get a migraine and stuff like that. But nevertheless, we impact, which is different. It's not just cutting hair. It's more than a service. It's like a service and ministry that goes together, and we still have fun. Whereas we're not browbeating anything down your throat. We're not forcing anything down your throat.
Sounds very therapeutic.
So.
And Linda's on. Thank you for tuning in. Please tag, like, and share. Clarence says, business owner doing his thing, stepped out on faith, and continues to have faith.
Yes, sir.
Wow, nice comment.
Thanks,
nice
big
comment.
bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so what does the G&A stand for? That's what my first question was.
First question is God Almighty. So we start right there. But G&A stands for Gunzalis and Andrew. Andrew is my partner.
Okay.
And that's what G&A stands for.
Okay, nice. And what kind of, do you work by appointment only, or do you have walk-ins, or how's your shop ran?
It's walk-ins only.
Okay.
So it's faith-based. You just trust and believe in God. Somebody gonna come through that door and you gonna get a cut. You know? Because if don't nobody come in, it's all good. My thing was always from the beginning, as long as we're able to unlock the door, it's another day. Nice. Because if nobody comes in or just one person comes in, as long as that door is unlocked, we're able to have a job and still provide.
Nice.
So, you know, out of all the years of being in business, I never have not even one person come through the door. Even on my day off, they're trying to get in.
Somebody stopping by. That's good.
Somebody stopping by, whether it's a shape up or a cut.
So let me ask you this, and this is approximate, and you may not even know how many amount of heads that you cut to the amount of how many people do you think you may have influenced in a positive manner just from them coming to your shop?
People? Oh wow! I thought you were gonna ask how many people I cut in a day.
I was, but how many, yeah, let's start there. How many do you cut in a day on average?
That's the number I don't know.
See, I was gonna ask for the approximate. Sorry, it's still up, right? We go pretend we'll edit that out. You know it's live.
But how many people average? Oh wow! What day you talking about?
Like a Friday.
Friday could be range from 30. I mean, about 30, 20 to about 40 people.
Okay, wow, that's a good number. That's a good number. And so with them coming through there, on average of those 20 to 40 people that got, how many do you think are impacted by something like they could have a character building day in the business that was going on?
Well, it depends, because one, I'm sensitive to the spirit, so you get that vibe. Like I get your vibe, and you see their mood. You watch their mood on how they come in, and like yesterday, case in point, there was a young man that I watched during him coming out of the car. Okay. And I just sensed something different. So when he came into the shop, he was in his normal self. So as he was coming in, I was like, "Hey, what's up?" I was like, "What's up, nephew?" He was like, "I'm good. As soon as I got done with a customer, I said, "Let me talk to you for a second. Let's go to the back." And he was like, "Life is messed up."
Yeah.
I said, "Why?" He said, "It just is." But I allowed him to be free. He was away from everybody. He was He was cursing and everything like that. So I let him express himself. Wasn't too loud or anything like that, but he was going through something. And I know that he'd been going through a lot, not over just months, but just years. And I felt the heaviness of his heart. And he was just like, you know, when you reach out to other people, you're there for them, but when you need them, where are they? Yeah. So he was like, "It's funny that you came," and he's like, "What made you come?" And I was like, you know, I was just sensitive to the spirit, just like, you know, I felt something from you. I watched you come out from the car, and I seen something that was bothering you, and it just triggered me to say something to you. And at the end of the day, I told him, I said, "Yo, I love you, I always loved you, and I want the best for you. And I hugged him, I embraced him, and it just brought tears to his eyes. And I was just like, just relax. You could chill back here, and when you're ready to come out, you come on out. And it's like things like that. Those people, on an average, it can be 80%. It can be 100%. It can be 300%. It just depends on the day, the moment, how I'm feeling, how they feeling, and it's contagious. And I'm jamming. I'm listening to my Christian music. I'm jamming. The girl gets my attention. I crack the window. She gets my attention. She's like, you know what? You know what's crazy? I'm listening to the same song, but it's not playing on the radio. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
So it was called Excess Love, and it was a gospel song. And I listen. I warm up to something spiritual every day. I cover my wife in prayer every day before I go to work, and I listen to some gospel music and a word. So when I come to work, I'm ready. I'm ready for war to impact. In. Yes, sir. Yep. Yes, sir. Gotcha. So I try to impact everybody that comes through that door. Okay. I don't force nothing, but I try to impact everybody.
Gotcha. Thank you. Good answer. I see Patrice is on. Thank you for tuning in. Please tag, like, and share. Jamon said 2 individuals that took the leap of faith and still march forth. Absolutely. And that's how you impact and reach the community. God bless you, brother. You always also said that too. So let me ask you this: for being in business for 21 years, was there any events or accomplishments that happened that you would like to share with us? Anything, whether it was big or small, anything impactful?
Impactful? We always try to reach out to the youth. Our thing was, if the kids will maintain a B average or 1C, exception for 1C, we will bless them with a haircut. Okay. And then in turn give them the money back as a reward. And we got away from that. That was the early stages, because the parents will hold on to that report card. They'll get it in like November. They won't bring it Christmas when times is hard. I know. They got the hustle going on. And their hair is like this. And they're like, cut my baby for free. And it's like, but then they'll keep the money for themselves. And they don't see the concept of what we was trying to do. Yeah. But nevertheless,
totally extorted differently.
Right. And like one thing we try to do is just pay it forward. But events, just life itself, through ups and downs. When you fall, and just you have no choice but to look up. Like I was going through something for quite some time, and I had issues within myself. And my event was reconciliation. Okay. Within myself, within my relationship with my natural father, and even within my marriage. Okay. And what God helped me do was restore that. And since then, a total change has come about than what it used to be. Whereas where I was walking real strong and firm, now is different. It's evidently different, and my approach is totally different. So I would say those life-changing is an event and an accomplishment to just wake up and realize that you're not promised today, let alone tomorrow. So I try to make up for my yesterdays.
I would classify that as evolving and growth.
Yes, sir.
Also,
yes, sir.
I mean, you have a bunch of character building moments. They tend to change you. It's the harder lessons are the ones that change you the quickest. I believe that 100%. I see William Britton's on. Thank you for tuning in. Please tag, like, and share. And I see Kyra's watching too. Thank you, Kyra. I got your name out there. Thank you for tuning in. Please tag, like, and share. And so, with these life-changing moments that you've had, and being in business for as long as you had, and a couple of incentives that you had going on, what gives you the inspiration to move forward, to keep moving forward? Because I know at times there may be moments where you feel like this is too hard, or why am I doing this, or I'm trying to break through the proverbial glass ceiling, but you're not breaking through. What gives you the motivation and inspiration to keep moving, to take that extra step, and then the step after that, and then the step after that?
Each step, each step is a building block. There's a foundation.
Mm-hmm.
The foundation is faith. The barbershop was founded on faith.
Mm-hmm.
When I didn't even realize what faith was. When my partner came to me, and I basically came to him and told him, like, we can do this on faith.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing what it meant on a spiritual side. It, to me, at that time, was a word.
Yeah.
It was a word. And I didn't realize what that word meant until I progressed in life. And then I became saved. And then I started understanding what faith really meant. So each time faith, I go from faith to faith. So my inspiration is faith, but also I've learned to understand my marriage. So being able to provide, I have a helpmate that helps me. She pours into me. She challenges me, and she's my inspiration.
Okay.
And wanting to make us work allows me to make myself work, and I got no choice but to go to work. You know what I'm saying? But I just, it's all about my faith and trust in God. That's what allows me to go. As long as I have air in my body, I'm gonna go. If the shop is closed because snow's falling and we can't get to the door, I have to go because of the liability. I got to shovel the snow. So I'll take the extra 25 minutes to go to work just to shovel, so that way my customers can come to the shop just to see if we're closed. Not even see if we're open, but just to see if we're closed.
Gotcha. Thank you, William, for your comment. I can't read it all, and some of it is going away right now, but I appreciate your kind words. Jamal said, looks like we're getting ready to party over there. Knowing you can come all you want. You're not going to make it in time. The party be over. We'd be back at work by the time you make it here. He's talking in from Texas. But you're talking about faith a lot. Can you give us, and I know this question wasn't asked behind the scenes, but what is your definition of faith?
Faith. It's something that you can't see. It is a substance. Faith has hope. It's more an internal thing. It's a substance that you have to believe and understand that the importance of faith will allow you to grow. But in order for you to grow, you have to believe that you can. Not that you can't or not that you won't. Because if you don't believe, you'll never see it grow. You never see it prosper. You'll never be able to see it become. So each step allows progression. And the progression is each step that you take from the bottom, you got to work your way up to the top. And as you grow, and as you grow strong, you start to build muscles. And your faith has muscles. It has muscles to allow you to have a potential outcome from where it's birthed. Because it's birthed from somewhere. It's birthed in the belief system. And a lot of times it is, we have to take I out of faith and put yourself in the middle and stand on faith. Because if you don't stand on faith, you'll stand on something else. First it will be sin, then it will be pride, but then you'll deal with all these other issues which creates anxiety.
Pride coming before the fall.
Exactly. And then as you come within the fall, you have all these anxieties, all these issues, but where is faith? And before the fall, if you grab a hold of faith, rather than, you'll have something to grab onto before you fall. And as long as you have that seed in your hand that was planted in you, one, since birth, but two, from encouraging words. You don't even know how important, when I would see your lives, and you talk about character building days, and how it just resonates in me. Like, I'm like, wow, makes you think. And it's like, did I have a character building day? Did I have this? Did I have that? Did I have this? And the multitude of it is illuminating. So I commend you for the life coach in you to push that, because you never know when somebody's having that moment where they need a character building day. I talked to a young man today, like I said, he's going through something. I said, have you ever felt suicidal? He said, all the time. Where's your character at? I was like, wow. And you know, I just reach out to him, and God sends, and I try to help as best as I can, man. I try.
Do what you can do, but to actually have a conversation with someone and they come out and admit that to you, I think that's pretty profound. Yeah. And that it actually sparks a whole nother conversation with that individual too. So that's a testament to you and your faith right there.
Yeah.
Good job. Look at that. See, we get real on this show, baby.
Yes, sir.
Real. And let me ask you this: has there ever been a goal that was like a big goal for you that you've already accomplished and you look back and you're thankful for it? And on the flip side of that question, is there a goal that you're working towards right now that you're like the inspirations and the striving and the stepping out on faith that you're looking to grasp but you haven't got there yet?
Well, my biggest goal was as a child, and it has nothing to do against anybody that went through it. I grew up in the projects.
Okay.
And all my friends that I encountered with, I wouldn't say every last one of them, but a majority of them, they hustled and they sold drugs. And I didn't want to be a part of that. And I didn't know how I was going to get out of that because I was surrounded in it. And I remember as a kid, I used to walk through the park, and I started to feel afraid because it wasn't where it was gunfire and everything like that. I just knew it was going to get worse. And I used to walk around the park, and I heard this voice inside me was like, but those are your friends. Why would you be afraid? And I would just walk through and say what's up and keep it moving. But I always knew where I came from. I was never incarcerated. But the thing about it is, I'm grateful for that because I knew that God was going to take me somewhere eventually. I know who He was, but I knew how eventually it was going to become. You know what I mean? And open up my own shop at an early age. You know, I said it before I left high school. You know, I'm a natural artist. I can draw, everything like that. But it was like there was something I had with art. I mean, cutting hair was my form of art. But I didn't know which way it was going to take me. Man, I was scared to death leaving out of high school. That was another goal. I wanted to graduate. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to excel. And now, like lately, what I've been thinking about, I really want to go to, I've been contemplating, I really want to go to seminary school.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I really do. It's been tugging on my heart for a while.
How long has it been tugging?
Years.
Okay. So, since you put it out there, can I ask this? When do you think you'll take that step?
I've been looking into it.
Okay.
I've been looking into it for like the past 2 weeks.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
And I just been looking. I didn't confirm with my wife yet, and I haven't confirmed with my pastors and everything like that. But I just
got
been
that burning desire inside.
Yeah. There's something evolving, and right now, being that it's the first of the month, God is cleansing. God is cleansing. So, you know, I gotta get some more water, and you know, I'm once I get back into my hotel, I'm gonna go ahead and dive into Word. So
okay. I see Clarence put in. I can't read the whole thing. I'm sorry. It's gone now. Brother-in-law, didn't you know you could draw? Oh, I didn't know you could draw. I need something. Can you help a brother-in-law out? Can you help a brother out? He needs some help right now. He needs some help. Draw a song.
Oh, you want me? Okay.
Sorry, the comments is kind of... There we go. Let me ask you this. And we talked about goals. We talked about inspiration. We talked a little bit about your barbershops. But we're going to kind of get off topic a little bit. And I'm going to go shoot back to one of my favorite questions. And I asked this question, like I explained to you off camera. For one, because I've coached midget level football for a lot of years. And a lot of the kids who watch the live, they normally watch the replay. They don't watch the live. And I stressed to them before, and I stress to them now on the importance of reading. And just the different kinds of personalities or choices in books that people read. So at some time in your life, did you ever have a favorite book, and what is that favorite book?
Right now, the favorite book is a life manual.
Okay.
It's,
what's that about?
The basics and instructions before leaving Earth.
Okay.
That's the Bible.
There we go.
And the foundation of everything of life attributes is in that book. A lot of people downplay that book, but they have it under false pretenses and everything like that. Nevertheless, the Bible has helped me from the time my grandmother said, read it. And I haven't gone through it of its entirety. I went through pages and everything like that, in bits and pieces, yes.
Do you have a favorite Bible verse or one that resonates to you deeply?
Trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not to your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge Him, and He'll direct your path. And you know, for God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. But whosoever, you gotta believe, and you'll have everlasting life. You know what I mean? But there's so many that's in there. It's immeasurable. But the last book that I was reading that I need to finish was Disciplines of a Godly Man.
Okay.
It started to help me as I was in transition of becoming a better man for my family and for my marriage.
Okay.
So
all right.
The disciplines. But as you said, as far as coaching the youth, I remember playing knee-high football and how impactful it was in my life to this day. A lot of core values that I've learned was on the field before I got on the field, and as I was on the field. The leadership that I have is because of the field and because of the coaches, because of the heart that they have. And if I could give anything back to the youth on the field is listen. Listen to your coaches. Listen to those that play the game. Listen to those that understand the game. Listen to, be disciplined. You're teachable, so that means you're disciplined. You're listening to what the play is being taught. But don't forget, when somebody does something for you, say thank you. And I make sure that I am able to tell those men, which I call my village of people, thank you for being there for me. You know, thank you for your inspiration. Thank you for taking your time, your volunteer time to mentor to me, because you didn't have to. The one guy, I remember telling him, he was a community leader, and he was like, you're always saying thank you. I don't know why you thanking me. I said, because if I got out of line, you was gonna be there to check me. You know what I mean? So I thank you for that, because you didn't have to. When I saw your face, you were still doing things behind the scene with the youth in the community, and you don't even realize how much you impacted me. Just to say, hey, Mr. Lenny, thank you for being in my life. Thank you for being a part of my life. Even though you didn't do nothing for me tangibly or anything like that, you allowed me to watch you.
So it's a good role model.
Exactly. And sometimes there's silent ones, and they don't realize how much they impact you. So that's why I told you, you impact me by your twos, your ones, and your zeros, your character building days, your outstanding days, and not so good days. And it's like those little moments you never realize how important they are.
Nurturing moments.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Clarence asked a question. He said, being in Allentown, have you cut any famous people's hair?
Myself? No.
Good answer.
I remember cutting, he was one of the background vocals for Little Richard. He was coming in, it was funny, because they was, they were staying a block away and stuff like that. So he came and got his hair cut him up. I forgot his name, but that was over 20 years ago.
Wow.
20 plus. I wasn't even at my own barbershop. Who else? One of the announcers from the Harlem Globetrotters, he came in and got his hair cut. There was a possibility for us to cut Silk when he was in town, but they got to the other barbershop.
Oh, yeah?
But anybody famous? Nah. Well, yeah. He was in college. He was in college at the time. He ended up playing for the NFL. Jonathan Linton. We were like the same age. He was in. He went to Chapel Hill. So he's an alumni for Tar Heels, and he became a. He played for the Bills and then the Titans, and then I ended up cutting his son's hair.
Okay.
So he ended up coming back to the new barbershop.
Okay.
We still cut his father's hair. And then my man Mel Thomas, he played for the Eagles. And then there was another guy that he tried out for the Eagles as well. So then there was a couple. Now that you got me thinking,
it started
to come back. A couple of the guys that I cut from semi-pro, the arena team, Lehigh Valley Steelhawks. A couple of the players I used to cut their hair and stuff like that. And some of them tried out for the NFL and stuff like that. So yeah.
Okay. All right.
Hometown heroes.
Got a nice little resume, and Stokes said, quit being modest because you cut his hair before. He wants to be part of that echelon also.
I did. I blessed him. I blessed him. You know what I'm saying? That was a give back. You know what I mean?
Okay. Did you put that holy alcohol on him too?
I did. It was diluted, but I put. He was like, "Hey, brother, do me a favor. I need a cut." I'm like, "Okay." He was like, "Come to the hotel." I said, "What in the world?" You got me cutting in the hotel.
Yeah,
man.
one of them old-fashioned kitchen cuts.
Yeah, that's when you had to bring out your brown extension cord.
I remember them days. Man, make that thing fit.
Yes, sir. I didn't get beat by one, though.
Oh, yeah? Ever?
No.
Oh, I can't say the same.
Plastic spoons, yeah.
I can say that, too.
Wooden spoons, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything in her hand, yeah.
Yeah, flip-flop, yeah.
All that.
Yeah.
Mama with no choke.
Yeah. I still got a couple bruises. I'd show them, but they wouldn't be appropriate for this live. I'm just kidding. All right. Is there anything else you want to touch on through the course of this conversation? I know it may have jogged some other memories. Is there anything else? Right now, the floor is yours. Do you have a motivational word that you want to put out? If you have a reminder, do you want to put anything out there to share? Because the reason I like to have this moment, and I'll explain, is because you don't know who's watching, and you don't know what they're in need of, or what they're admiring. They could be watching this and wanting to know what it's like to be in your position, to grow to the level that you're at now. And you might just say one kind word or one motivational thing that sparks in them. It costs nothing to be nice and to give a motivational word, but it could be everything to that one individual.
Well, my thing is, in order for me to have a genuine conversation with someone, approach is everything. Your tones are everything.
Yep.
And when, especially young men, they have, men period, we have a hard time opening up to people. And God put in my spirit, and my wife helped me with my motto. I tell them from the door, there's no judgment. So once there's no judgment, then the ears are vulnerable, the heart is willing to expose themselves. And from that point where there's no judgment, I will always speak life and give love. And that be part of it comes from my wife, because she coordinated something, and the Spirit just gave that to her and gave it to us, that no matter what, if somebody's going through something, I tell the kids that were going off to college last week, the past couple of weeks that were heading off, I said, here's my number. I'm gonna let you know, I don't care if you have a DUI, I don't care if you kill somebody, you gotta get stuff off each other, whatever it is, there will be no judgment. You know what I'm saying? I will always speak life and give love, no matter what. If you can't talk to your coach, if you can't talk to your father, if you can't talk to your uncle, if you have nobody to talk to, and you just need a vent, I'm here. I'm here. But as a man, as a married man, as a black man, men, we have to cover our spouses. I ran into a danger zone, whereas growing up, not realizing the importance of a covering,
Mm-hmm.
that when you're exposed, all hell breaks loose.
Okay.
And there's room for anything to invade
Mm-hmm.
the relationship. So vulnerability, any outside entertainment, anything else outside of what's supposed to be contained has to be covered.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't cover it, it loses its warranty.
Mm-hmm.
The freshness of it. It
Good choice
becomes
of words.
stale. It
Uh-huh.
becomes broken. It becomes brittle. It becomes trash.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said in the beginning, I cover my wife every day in prayer. And I will continue to do that until God carries me home. Because this isn't my first marriage. This is my second marriage.
Mm-hmm.
My first marriage, I was unequally yoked.
Mm-hmm.
This marriage, I made sure we was yoked.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it is that I cover my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And I would never leave her uncovered again. And that's the importance of any relationship that you have and that you encounter, that everyone has to be covered.
I'm trying to read the comments. It says,
Yeah.
this was teaching session for today.
Faith and love for wife was taught today.
Can we get
Keep
that
the
later?
faith and cover your wife, man. Thank you, big bro.
I'm sorry.
We got some bloopers up in here, man. We
Man,
got some bloopers.
I'm gonna tell you, man. I've been distracted a lot. And all this noise.
It's
Pickles is delicious. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna deal with that later. Trust and believe.
Oh,
You know what I
that's
mean?
all I'm gonna say. I brought back a 80s Harrisburg word. But anything else you want to cover before we move on?
Yeah, I want to introduce somebody.
Okay, there we go.
I want to introduce somebody.
Gonna put somebody on the spot. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. You want to come over here with your pickles?
That's what the noise was. Somebody was beating on a jar full of pickles trying to get them open. You know, they was smacking that thing there. So you heard all that? That's what that was. And now they were real timid. You know, we can see. You guys can't see them, but we can see. They're real timid over there with a pickle in their hand, but don't want to come
Hold
over.
on, now's the perfect time to turn the camera. Let's turn the camera.
Oh, we can't panel it. We can't panel it. However, you want to give her a shout out?
Yeah. Those in Harrisburg remember Jewel. Jewel. We'll just say we'll call her Jewel. We won't call her. She's my Jewel. She's my gem.
I see Sylvia's on. Thank you for tuning in. Please tag, like, and share. Thank you very much for tuning in. And again, anything else you want to follow up with?
Follow up, man. Trust and believe in God.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way you're gonna succeed in life in anything that you do. I just give him credit for allowing us to become closer, to be able to have this function. He ordained this. He orchestrated this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just grateful for the moment that we got a chance to bond, you know, within that week's time when we was on vacation. There's many more to come and stuff like that. So, you know, I'm excited for what God has done in your life. I'm excited for what's about to come. My extended family, my brother-in-law, just you guys and us as well. There's off behind this thing here, man, you don't realize how much love and power is here. The red behind us symbolizes the blood of Christ. It's red for a reason. It's red for a purpose. And you know the thing about it, it's like this. There's life right here. There's a covering right here. There is something that's going. It's already birthed. So it's taking effect. And only one that can cut the cord is you. God, when you're in the womb, God created you by allowing someone to plant the seed, and now you got to be cut in order for you to grow. So as you grow, you can see things blossom. This thing here is blossoming, and CT is blossoming. Man, March 4th is blossoming. Stark is blossoming. My brother-in-law, he's live behind the scenes. He's blossoming. Everything that's in this room is blossoming. My marriage is blossoming. My wife, she's tripping. But other things like that, no, I'm just hoping. But there's just so much life, and you know, when God brings life, He brings it more abundantly. So just strive to become.
There we go. That's a good wrap up. Thank you. I appreciate that, and I appreciate the fact that let me shake your hand real quick. You did a tremendous job. I'm proud of the fact that you go live in this kind of fashion with an interview for me. I'm proud. Thank you for coming to the lab. I hope everyone got their pen and their pad and took some copious notes because we had a great time today.
Yes,
you gave some great information. Thank you very much.
To God be the glory.
Absolutely, man. You ain't lying. But the reason I do this, I put on. And I say that to say this: if you have a business, if you have a product, if you have a positive message that you would like to use a platform to put out there to get your message out there, please inbox me, text me, let me know, and we'll schedule you an appointment to get on the show. All right? I'm kind of filled out for a little while, but we will work that out. Again, if that's a business, a product, or a personal message, inbox me. We're going to get you on the show, and we're gonna have a lot of fun, and you're gonna have the platform to do that with. I got a special guest coming. What day? What day is it? Was it? I forget. When is it? I think I got a special guest Wednesday, Thursday. I forget which day it is. I got to look at the calendar. You know what my special guest is? You got to tune in and see. I got him. Hi, man. I don't care. We had a lot of fun, though. Thank you for coming on the Coach Clee show. You get the special Coach Clee card magnet for you for your troubles of coming on the show. Again, you did a tremendous job. And I'm forgetting something. It's not the money dance. I know I got to do the money dance. I know what it is. Again, and I said in the beginning, Spice Grill Caterers. You do weddings, corporate events, personal chef, private parties, fundraisers, and they have food truck events. The website's listed above, LJ, as in Juliet, ljspicegrill.com. Their food is delicious. Jeremy was on the show before. They do wonderful events. I've been at a lot of their events. Their food is exquisitely wonderful. So give them a try. He does. I know Sunday, I don't know the right word for buffets or whatever, or they do orders where you can call it in, and or I don't know. I don't want to give too many things away, but their food is delicious, and they do things on the weekends and especially throughout the week. All right. It's Coach Clee. It's your motivational speaker, your empowerment coach, your author, and your favorite baker saying tag, like, and share, subscribe to this, and we're out of here. We love you all. We're hitting you with the money dance. We got to do it right now. I got it. He got it. He's on point. We out of here. We love you. Peace. Have a good day.